Gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between on that technicolor rainbow we call life. Welcome to Trivia Night, hosted by Drink and Think Trivia. In this corner, we have standing at 5 foot something, 160 pounds, the Raging Cajun out of North Carolina, the one, the only, Sarge.
Whether or not beard, but the cream will rise to the top.
Oh yeah. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Standing in the opposite corner with his orange headband and most likely a Metallica shirt on, but it may not be. It says Powerline because my man is a Goofy Movie extraordinaire, weighing in at a fighting weight of 185 pounds, but currently just a little more than that.
2 times.
Just a little. Nope, just a little. He is the one, the only, the amazing, the most beautiful voice there is out there, Douglas Rogue Orford.
How you been, my man? I
am great.
I haven't seen you since. I didn't even see yesterday because I
was about to say we didn't get to play games yesterday. Instead, we came in early for trivia today and drove around in Beetles because Volkswagen Beetles are the best thing to drift around a road dirt course. Don't at me.
You're not wrong. Well,
just been practicing up. People are gonna have to come visit me this weekend. I'll be on Twitch all day tomorrow for 6 hours, and by all day I mean from 6 to midnight, doing one race. 6-hour endurance races should be less boring than the 24-hour one.
I'll definitely come join you. We have to go do a housewarming, but after that, I'm definitely coming over to. I'll probably race while you're doing it, just to chime in and say hey.
Add some flavor.
Yeah.
Love it.
But with that, we do have some announcements. Next week, we are not having trivia. June 22nd, there is no trivia. Lucas will be up in Virginia by me. I will be up in DC going to see Randy Feltface for my birthday. We're sorry that we could not hang out and play some trivia with you. I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe we'll hang out on Friday or something, put up some, I don't know, Jackbox and we'll hang out. I don't know. We'll figure something out just to say hey to all of you and give our appreciation, because we always do appreciate all of you hanging out with us. After that, though, 90s theme trivia.
Yeah.
My mother has reached out to me. She saw my our post, our event post, and her response was, "Eat shit. I'm beating everybody. I was in the military during that time. Eat me." And I was like, "Mom, I love you, and bring that energy into trivia, please."
Let's go.
Let's go. My mom is an amazing human being. So, but yes, we will be having 90s themed trivia the last Thursday of the month, which I believe is the 29th. Yeah, 29th.
That math checks out for me.
22nd plus 7 is 29. Yeah, there we go.
So proud of you.
We will be having a special night tomorrow. Myself and the almighty moderator Ryan will be going over to the Manassas Volunteer Fire Department to have we are going to host trivia for an appreciation night for them. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have a great time. We hope that all of you, just as a kind of like recognition to everyone around you, check into your local volunteer fire department. They've got plenty of stuff that you guys can go participate in, donate money. A ton of people, like most of the people who show up to put the fire out at your house are volunteers. The majority of them. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So, with that, we're here. We're having a good time. I've got mostly bunghole. Scraps and Tiny has not joined yet. I really hope they're coming to join us.
Oh
no. If you have Jinko jeans, Ben, and you can show them to us,
Lord.
We will give you extra points.
I've only ever heard that name. I remember they were a thing, but I don't think they were a thing in rural North Carolina. And if they were, I did not know of them.
My mom bought them on accident. I described the shorts that I wanted because the only shorts that my mom had ever bought me were the like early 90s like Larry Bird basketball kind of short length. And I was like, yeah, Mom, I want like longer shorts. I want them to go past my knees because I really don't like having those kind of shorts.
Right.
She was like, okay, I can do that. That's not a problem. What kind of fabric are you looking for? What? I was like I really prefer denim for my shorts. Back when, you know, jorts were widely accepted and all that. And my mom went and bought me 3 pairs of black Jinko short jeans that, as shorts, they fit around my waist quite well. They were high waters if they had been a regular pair of pants. So a pair of shorts went down to my ankles.
Why not just make it a skirt?
Oh, even better. I had asked for a hoodie. I was like, yeah, I really want a hoodie. I was looking for a Spitfire hoodie because I wanted for those of you who played Final Fantasy, it had the bomb on the front with, I really wanted one of those hoodies. And my mom found one. My mom, being the eternal, I'm going to find the deal, bought me a FUBU hoodie. I did not know what FUBU stand for. I went to a rather diversified and colored high school, and by colored I mean the white people were in the minority, and so I was playing football at the time, and our fullback walked up to me. It's like, my man, yeah. Doug, I care for you deeply. I was like, yeah, man. Like, his name was Dante, yeah, not the Dante you know, different Dante. Yeah. I was like, yeah, Dante, man, you've been over to my house. You know, we've been good friends for the last couple of years. Like, what's going on, man? Because he seemed super concerned. He goes, your hoodie says FUBU, right? And I looked down and I'm like, yeah, FUBU, FUBU. What about it? I really wouldn't wear that right now. Why not? It's a great hoodie. Like, I wanted a hoodie. My mom bought me a hoodie. And he goes, you know where your mom bought that from? I think Macy's or some shit like that. I don't know. If you do not take it off right now, I've got some guys who are actively talking about beating your ass. Man, I haven't done anything. Like, honestly, and he's like, I'm telling you right now, this is what FUBU stands for. He told me. It's like, oh shit. This is in like October, November. It was cold as shit. I carried that on my arm the rest of the evening. So while my mother is all about like providing for her children, she does not research the shit she buys.
Nope. Need the sell, baby. It does not matter what it is.
Yep. And now 90% of my crap is maroon hoodies. So
I love how he asked where she bought it. Like there was a BET store that sold FUBU stuff.
Right.
Where exactly did they sell FUBU?
Well, so that was the thing, is I think he was looking for, like, looking back, I think he was wondering if she'd bought it like at Walmart or Target. There was a very so the population of, if you were to like break down the socioeconomic status, there was a third that were lower income, a third that were middle, and a third that were like millionaires. And I probably landed solidly in the middle at that point. And so when I said Macy's, he was like, yeah, no, I get it. Okay. Yeah. Because that fell under like the purview of, you're just trying to get clothes. Which I'm so upset looking back that like a Spitfire jacket or a Spitfire hoodie was $45. My mom spent my mom spent $35 on a FUBU hoodie.
My man.
My mom could have spent $10 more and I wouldn't have gotten my ass kicked.
Well, allegedly.
They were really cool guys. Like that I knew most of that group. They gave me shit for like 6 months though. They're like, "Oh man,
That's
you think you a brother, don't you?" And I'm like, "No, please don't kill me." Because
that's funny.
so this group, the makeup of them, just to put you, I was a freshman, sophomore at the time, whatever it was. So I was probably about 5'10" at the time. Dante was maybe about 5'7", like he just slightly shorter than I was.
Gotcha.
Very jacked. The other two of the other guys were defensive ends on our team. They were 6'2" as freshmen.
Yeah.
Easily 210. Just veins and muscle. like the kind of guys that you look at and you're like, I'm not gonna say a thing at all.
Not today, Bob.
They could say they're gonna sleep with my mom and I'd be like, cool. Like, you know. The other two guys were seniors, 6'7", 6'8", on the basketball team, centers, and he's like my guy, and I knew all of them. I knew of them by name. I'd hung out with them before. He's like, they didn't know me as well as I thought they did. Like, my man, them, look over there. I was like, hey guys, how's it going? And they're like, like they did a little, and he's like, if you don't do something, like, they're not gonna be as friendly. I'm like, that's fair. That is fair. Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna go freeze my ass off now. I went and worked concession the rest of the night, simply to be near the popcorn popper that was hot. It was so damn cold. Anyway, that was that whole thing. Getting into that whole breakdown. Let's jump into the rules for you this evening. I'm sure you all know them. There's only 3 of them. They're really, 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 really easy. Lucas, what's our first rule?
You have it behind you. Is don't be a dick. I honestly, I've reached the point. If I have to explain to you what being a dick is, then you need to look at rule number 2, which tells you rule number 1, which is don't be a dick. Just don't do it. Don't do anything that, like, complicates the life of your fellow trivia player, because that is dickish. Other than that, you can make fun of the trivia hosts. You can enjoy your questions. You can say funny things inside your questions if you don't know the correct answer. And you can even have a good time between each other. Just don't be a dick.
No,
easy
peasy.
And then don't choke on your beef jerky. But that's like sub rule 5.
Yeah, that's rule 1 and 2. Rule number 3, pretty simple. You do you, boo-boo. We don't care.
That's right.
Race, religion, creed, who you love, where you're from, how you put your butter on your bread, if it's upside on the top side or the bottom side. For those of you who don't know, the Butter Battle book is amazing. It's a what's it called? A allegory for the Cold War. But honestly, keep doing you. You're all special. You're all amazing. And honestly, like rule number 1, as long as you're not hurting anyone, we don't give a shit. You can be
That's right.
You can be a furry. You can be gay. You can be polyamorous. You can be really, really, really into trading bottle caps for some reason. I'm not sure why, but whatever. We're not gonna judge you.
You could even be ambidextrous.
No, I do not trust people who can not commit. You're right, left-handed. Commit.
You can't have both. Oh, we're killing it tonight.
We're doing
Wait,
great.
hold on. We lost stream. All right, so Straight Jacket lost stream for a minute, but we're back. We're back.
We're back.
All right.
We will say, with that, let's get into. Well, so for those of you who are new or want to play, if you look in it's to the left of our picture, but it's the top right of the blue screen. There's a QR code with a 4-digit alphanumeric code. Scan that if you want to play on your phone in TrivNow, or go to play.trivnow.com/search with that 4-digit alphanumeric code. That will get you to play tonight. Please answer in the stream, or sorry, in the not the stream. Do not answer in the stream.
Don't answer in the stream. Bad. Don't do that.
Do not answer in the
We
Twitch
don't cross the answers with the streams. It's bad.
Only answer in TrivNow. That's the only way we're going to count your score. If you answer in the chat, honestly, you're just giving questions away, or you're showing how dumb you are. And really, either of those are just bad options. So that's the rules. That's how we play. That is our
the rules.
Thinking. What about our drinking? What are you drinking tonight, man?
Same as always. It's an apple. It's red, white, and blue. And it's in its vampire. It's in its vampire case because I love it.
My punishment tonight, I will say, I am back on my Mike's.
Good. Black
cherry.
Very nice.
But I will be drinking Star Hill Brewery's Sunburn Summer Ale.
Nice.
4.5% Summer Ale. And that is in Crozet, Virginia. I've been to Star Hill before. It's actually a really chill place. It is legitimately some dude's house that they converted into a brewery warehouse. So it was a three-story house with a basement. They cut out all the floors and just put the tanks in there to brew. And the entire brewery is you hang out in the backyard of this house and then go up on their back porch to order your beer. It's pretty cool.
That's really fun.
I would, it's outside Lynchburg. I would 100% recommend going there if you're ever in the Lynchburg area.
Ooh, Yingling opened a brewery in Tampa. That'll be fun.
All right.
I too like drinking bread.
All right. That's what we got so far. Any other questions, comments, concerns? We also have 3 mini games. Mini game number 1 is in Twitch chat. You can put !Kim. Anytime Kim is not answering on time, Lucas is gonna yell at Kim and say, "What?"
She's not here tonight. She's at work. But if she were here, I would be like, "Kim!"
and then
you could put it in chat.
And then you put !Kim. But since she's not there, probably not gonna play the game. The second game we are gonna play is !Grammar in Twitch chat. If you put !GRAMMAR, that just let us know we spelled something wrong. Whether that be a wrong form of it's, a wrong form of your, a wrong something spelled wrong, just grammatically makes no sense whatsoever. You put !Grammar, let us know how we screwed up, and we're gonna take a drink for that. And last but not least is !Free. If we just give you an answer, because as the night goes on, we'll probably be drinking more, be a little bit loose-lipped. Hey, you know what they say about loose lips? They sink ships. And if we somehow sink that ship and you call us out, that's how it goes.
Yep.
So, with that,
you ready to go?
Do you have any questions? I don't have any questions. Let's get it going.
Ben's going to watch an AEW thing. Talk to him about it. Wrestling.
Ooh. If you get a picture with Denhausen, I need to see it.
Ooh.
Or the Ass Boys, or any of them, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to begin trivia, and we begin with current events with a twist. Florida man has been in the news a lot lately, so you know what we're doing. Florida man was arrested for holding someone at gunpoint demanding sex. What was the job of the person being held at gunpoint? Oh boy. I'm pretty sure you just recycle the Florida man gifts, and I'm not mad about it.
Honestly, I put Florida man in, and I look at like the timestamps sometimes, and all of them are recent that I pick.
That's fair.
Which just means they just keep putting the same ones in over and over again.
They can't yet. Yeah, they're all game shows. Okay, that was a pretty easy bunghole day. We have the weakest bunghole. You are the weakest bunghole. Goodbye. Bunghole of fortune. Press your bunghole. God, that's just bad. Name that bunghole, which may be worse. Hollywood bunghole. I probably would have put squares after that just for funsies. Legends of the Hidden Bunghole. I enjoy all of those television shows / game shows, and the correct answer here is a masseuse. So we held a masseuse at gunpoint to sex. Very good, Florida man.
Wanted a happy ending and just didn't get it. A Florida man was arrested for fraud because he defrauded his employee of $10,000 plus dollars.
Oh wow.
This was only 15 months after being released from jail for impersonating what?
He defrauded his employee. Oh dear Lord.
So he went to jail for being caught impersonating something, and then was released, served his time, did his probation, and then went and got another job, and then defrauded them as well.
That sounds like Florida man to me. Florida man does not learn on the first try. Florida man must have more than one try.
All right, that is a doctor. So this guy actually, he went something like 6 months having his own quote unquote private practice before he was caught and charged with fraud. I believe he spent 6 years in jail for defraud for being impersonating a doctor.
Yep.
Got out, got a job relatively quickly. They said something like six to 10 days. He got this job later, and then defrauded his employee of $10K. So obviously didn't learn his lesson.
I'd say that impersonating a doctor's straitjacket probably included performing medical procedures that he wasn't licensed to do, which is where the 6 years came from.
He was prescribing meds, actually.
Oh wow!
And yet somehow
that's bad too.
It took 6 years for them to discover that the prescriptions he was writing were fake.
All I have to say is that you were surprised he got hired quickly. If that were the rule in Florida, you couldn't hire anyone. Yeah. I mean, I can prescribe myself some meds. Yeah, that's you, dog. That's free will. That's not other people. A Florida man was charged with battery on a police officer after he did what?
You
just need to know that shit handwriting.
You're not wrong.
And a coat. I've been to so many doctor's offices and people's private homes. Just pop open your house, put a little room in there, hang some curtains, put a little table in there. Go to the Office Max, buy you one of those long sheets of paper to put on the table. Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
We do not support Dr. Fraud, nor is that a path to do so. Please don't prescribe other people drugs. It's bad. This question is just something. Florida man does the dumbest things.
It really does. Like, that's...
I mean, he has ran out, and we await and name that bunghole. Name that bunghole! I don't know why I'm saying it like the Pokemon thing, but that's just what's in my head.
Who's that bunghole?
Who's that bunghole? The correct answer here is, he slapped a horse's butt.
It was a police officer horse, slapped that horse's butt, and got battery. And for those who are wondering the difference, assault is the threat of harm, battery is actually doing the harm.
I tell Doug I'm gonna kick his ass.
That's assault.
That's assault. If I go to Doug's house and hit him with a club, that's battery.
Yep. All right, the happiest place on earth, allegedly, recently had a theft. The man was caught and charged with fraud and theft after he posed as a Disney employee and stole what costume off a foul-mouthed character? No, actually, assault is not physical. It is not physical in any sense of the word. Or we assume assault is a thing, but like in Virginia, assault is also a threat or you think greater bodily harm is, so like a shove is assault, where it doesn't do any bodily harm. It's a threat essentially. A punch is battery. Being hit with something is battery. Anything that causes you harm, physical harm, is battery. Anything that implies the threat of harm is assault.
You're making me want to break the rules. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, wait. How do we...
Did we give a free answer away?
When do we give a free answer away?
There are 9 teams here now. And when did we give a free answer away?
What free
So that we
answer
can
was
tell you
it,
the answer.
Ben?
And Hameen. Anyway, what was the answer? We'll take care of that in a minute.
That'd be R2-D2. He's...
Why do I feel like Ben?
No, it's...
What? What?
What character?
Just ignore Ben.
That changed. Literally,
What,
I read foul-mouthed character. That got changed.
Oh, wow, it did.
No,
I don't think
literally,
foul-mouthed character.
no, literally, character was over to the right side. Foul-mouthed character. Oh,
I don't think that gives the answer away for free. Most people missed it. I'm not giving you the point.
no.
It was R2D2.
That's R2-D2. He's so foul-mouthed, they bleep out everything he says.
More problems. Sorry, Mom Fafro. Yeah, wait, it wasn't in the question. Doug just, well, it wasn't on my question either. Doug just read it from his.
I
friends.
wrote foul-mouthed. I wrote these questions and I wrote foul-mouthed. So I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. More problems with the Florida education system. A Florida teacher was fired after making his students write their own what? Yeah, on my question it didn't have it on there either. So it was just Doug.
Yeah, that must have been me. I mean, keep the free in place then.
Fine.
Cheers. I will take it myself. You don't have to drink. I'll take it myself. God, I did it.
I heard you. It's okay. I'll survive. I figured you'd be okay, Mom. If that one 3-point swing ruins your night, I'll feel a little bad about it. But much like Mark Martin in the 90s with NASCAR, nothing will change and you'll still lose. So don't lose by 3 points. 9 answers in. The correct answer here is the obituary.
You know how
Teacher made the student write their obituaries.
Yep. You know how you get fired in Virginia? You get shot by one of your students.
Then there's that.
Yeah, a teacher got shot
Oh shit!
in a school.
I asked the question already. So do you want to...
A Florida man died by alligator when he jumped into a very well-marked lake in order to recover his what?
I tried to double click to move on, and it was like, nope, ask the question.
But there was a Virginia teacher who was shot by their student. After it was well known that he had the gun that day, and has a long history of violence. The kid shot the teacher. The teacher is now suing the school board for not protecting them because it was like the gun was reported a lot that the kid had it. No one did anything. And then the school board fired her. So she put in her
They fired the teacher?
yeah. So the teacher put in her like quitting whatever, saying like I'm gonna quit at the end of the school year.
Yeah.
And essentially she got an email saying don't bother finishing out the school year.
Wow.
And so now she is suing that school board for $10 million because
She'll probably win.
Yeah, because they didn't protect her. He has a long history of violence against teachers. He's strangled a teacher, punched teachers, kicked teachers, slammed teachers' heads into desks, had a gun. The gun was reported to faculty that the kid had the gun. No one did anything. The teacher was alerted that this kid had a gun by other students when she approached the kid and said, "Hey, why don't you give that to me?" Like, hey, like trying to defuse the situation because no one was backing her up. She got shot. Survived, recovered, and is now suing the school because they didn't do jack shit.
Nuts, man.
And the answer is frisbee. The person was playing frisbee golf threw a frisbee into a lake, pond, whatever, that said, "Do not go into this. There's a bunch of alligators." And he's like, "Yeah, fuck it." When it,
I need my frisbee. That thing's worth $30.
and then when it got eaten by an alligator.
Of course he did. In true Florida man fashion, the Florida man was arrested after he bought what drug? And asked the police to check its authenticity. I do love that we were having a whole ass drug talks earlier. And this is a question. Florida man arrested. He was caught in the McDonald's drive-thru wearing no pants and fondling himself. I can just hear the weekend update of that.
So the most likely U.S. state to survive an alien invasion is Virginia.
Okay.
Do you know where North Carolina falls?
To survive an alien invasion? Probably in the top 5, I would imagine.
22.
Why?
I don't know. The top methodology.
It was meth. The answer was meth.
Points-based index system, which assesses a variety of factors that are considered to have an impact on survivability. It is it's sightings per capita, number of caves, forest, bodies of water, or percent of area covered, military force, law enforcement, scientists, engineers, and healthcare professionals, food and beverage manufacturing companies. So Virginia's number 1, Georgia's number 2, Massachusetts, New York, Louisiana, Illinois, Maryland, Missouri, Alabama, Wisconsin. North Carolina is number 22.
That makes no sense to me because we have military force, we have lots of caves and mountains, we have plenty of medical people, we have literally like 2 of the best medical schools outside of the big ones and whatever.
No,
I don't care about alien invasions.
It's Johns Hopkins. Honestly, it's Johns Hopkins, Duke, and UNC are like the top 3 medical schools.
Yeah. So,
I honestly,
UVA is in that list, sadly, but
I honestly do not know how North Carolina wasn't higher.
Oh well. Let's bring home the first round and see what happens in the second one.
Last one. A Florida man just reclaimed his world record title for most times watching a movie in theaters. How many times did he watch Spider-Man No Way Home to reclaim the title within 25 either way?
Plus or minus 25.
You can also wager on this round.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the math real quick. A question mark? We're asking for a number of times that they watched this movie. It's a record. Holy crap. I got the numbers in my head. No one close yet, although I do enjoy the nice answer and the blazed answer. Very good. Closer. Oh, there's a dinger.
There it is. You got one.
Press your bunghole. Legend of the Hidden Bunghole only missed by a little. Little low out of the Chupacabra.
Pikachu Cabra.
A chupa thingy.
Chupa. I like it.
Griff, they think about that old chupa thingy. Got a nice ring to it.
All right. Answer is 292 times. So we would have accepted
267 to 317.
Yep.
Yeah, red versus blue. Straight Jacket gets it. Nice. So one answer ordered correctly. And we advance to round number 2.
I'm going to take the next one. I'll be right back in just a second.
Which is all that and a bag of chips. Around all about the crushy, salty goodness that is a potato chip. First question. What is the oldest American commercial potato chip manufacturer? My head itches. Wow. Yes! Victory! That was very well done, Ben. That was dang close. I was surprised. Mine was still showing 8 of 9 last time. I was very confused when Doug was like, and the answers are in. Let's see here. Violation detected from pressure bunghole. I really don't think you're cheating, and you got it wrong. The correct answer here is Trisum. Trisum was founded in 1908, whereas Wise and Oots were both founded in 1921, and Lay's were not founded until 1932. That was a crazy awesome guess, Ben. Well done, man. This is nuts. What was the first flavor released for potato chips in America? So, first flavor. What did they come out with? On this list are two of my favorite potato chips ever. I am a huge sour cream and onion fan. I actually bought a thing of Lay's sour cream and onion, like mini bag today, and devoured it as a solid, healthy, balanced lunch. And I love pizza, but I like pizza flavored Pringles more than do they even make pizza flavored like regular potato chips?
No,
I guess they do.
I don't think so.
Not to give away a free answer or anything, but I don't think they would have went with pizza back in the 50s anyway, because the correct answer here was barbecue. Flavored potato chips weren't invented or even made until 1954, so you just straight up had original potato chips of every brand, probably just different saltinesses until the 50s. And then they brought out barbecue, which makes sense to me. Barbecue seems like the oldest.
You want to take this one and so we can get back on track?
Yep. We all know that unfortunately chip bags are mostly air, but what gas actually is filled in the bag? So what do they put in there with your chips? Probably to keep them fresh, I would imagine. I do believe. Yep. No, I was absolutely. He put it in the notes. In fact, we'll just go ahead and let you know. Whatever they put in here prevents the chips from oxidizing, so they don't turn stale. Kind of neat. This is the only answer I'm kind of sure of. Which team are you, Straight Jacket? I kind of hope you're wrong, but at the same time, it will be funny if you called your shot.
All right.
They have 9 of 9. And the correct answer here is name that bunghole. Yeah, you got it. It's nitrogen. Nitrogen prevents them from oxidizing. Well done.
Americans eat a truckload of chips each and every year, but how many pounds is it?
Oh, how many pounds of chips? Oh, the thing I was going to talk to you about you earlier was my we have an auto racing round coming up, and it was my question on drag racing. Did you see that one?
No, I didn't.
Because there are words in the answers for that question that are spectacular. I invented 2 different kinds of fuel for you to guess on. You'll see.
I'm excited.
I was trying to come up with fuel types. We'll get there, but gasoline is not what they use in drag cars, which I didn't know. And I had to come up with 2 fake fuels. It was a fun time. What you got for this one? How many pounds of chips do we eat?
1.85 billion. It's about 6.6 pounds per person in the U.S.
They do use some fuel of special type. That is correct. That is a nutty amount of chips. I do not eat 6 pounds of chips by myself a day. I very rarely eat that many chips in a week, probably, because I like chips, but I forget about them.
It's 6.6 pounds per person per year.
Oh, per year. I thought that meant 6 pounds of chips. I thought it said per day. Yeah. Thank goodness. I still don't even know if I eat 6 pounds of chips a year, but anyway, that's besides the point.
I mean, a bag is less than a quarter of a pound.
Like a big bag, though, right?
Yeah.
I bet you I don't eat that many chips. Anyway.
But it's an
chip
average.
Bags made of? It isn't. No, I mean, yeah, some people eat way more chips, which makes it make sense. That's in my head was kind of trying to think. Because like I said, while you were gone, I had a miniature bag of sour cream and onion today, and that's probably the first chip I've had in a month. Like, I'll go to the grocery store and buy 2 bags of chips and eat one of them the day I buy them, and then forget about the other one. I ate 3 different kinds of chips that aren't Pringles. It's Doritos, kettle chips that are salt or pepper, some salt, just salt and pepper. It's the black cracked pepper ones. And sour cream and onion. I am a family of 1. I think of that when I order a 20-piece nugget, because those were not intended for 1 human being.
Sure they are.
But anyway. The correct answer here is wax paper. Laura Scudder, sure, created the first modern bag of potato chips in 1953. Previously, they were sold out of wooden barrels or scooped from behind glass counters. So kind of like the cheap candy barn, but potato chips.
What brand of potato chips has the most domestic sales?
Ooh. Ooh, my.
Oh my.
Oh, my. Oh, Peralta. He would have a Die Hard poster in his house. I respect it. I respect it.
I saw, I forget what his name, who plays Holt in some other show where he's like a submarine captain, and I can only hear him being like, all the orders he gives is like, I'm being very logical in all of this, and in my head I just translate it into Holt of, the man who tries to launch the nuclear missile as soon as he's given an order is the fool.
Yep. That's it.
The best scene, or the best what is it, the cold opening, the best cold opening is the marshmallow one of like impersonate Holt eating a marshmallow.
Yes.
And Boyle goes and Holt does exactly that. He's like, I knew
Exactly
it.
That was so funny. I did not know Bruce Willis lost his hearing shooting a gun in Die Hard. That's nuts. It makes sense though. He did a lot of crazy things in that movie. Die Hard's a good movie. Anyway, what's the correct answer?
That would be Lay's.
According to Wonder, Lay's has a 59.9% market share. That's a stupid amount of potato chips. What event in America is known for the highest daily potato chips annually? So what event? Annually. Yeah, look at the number that is consumed on this day alone. How many
Jeez.
how many of us are there in this big block that they call the United States? Is it 6 billion? Oh, that's the world population, isn't it?
6 billion is the world population.
So we got to be 331 million. We almost consume, let's see how much. So the correct answer here is and everybody pretty much got it right. It was just a spelling thing, so we're going to jump in here and do some clickies. The correct answer here was the Super Bowl, which is Super Bowl Sunday. We consumed 28 million pounds of chips during Super Bowl Sunday.
Jeez. How many official flavors are there of Lay's potato chips? And we'll take within 10 either way.
That equates. That oh dear Lord. That equates to each person in America eating 1/100 of a pound of a bag of potato chips. It's just, but there's so many people eating potato chips.
So many potato chips.
So many potato chips.
So many potato chips.
It can't. My brain. Igor. All right.
It's Frankenstein.
It's Frankenstein. It's Igor. We await asking my bowls. Oh, nope. Yeah, we do still. Up they're in.
All right. There are
It was you.
287. So we would have accepted 277 to 297.
There are a ton of brands of Lay's potato chips. Y'all should have known that from that round we wrote a few weeks ago where it was what was it? Is it an actual Lay's brand potato chip or not?
Yeah. All right. Well,
It was
here are your
crazy.
scores thus far. In first place, Press Your Bunghole, 20.745. Followed by Weakest Bunghole, 19.619, even though they're second. Ask My Balls, 18.773, followed by Hollywood Bungholes. Legends of the Hidden Bunghole. Pikachu Chupacabra,
I I love that name.
Name that bunghole.
Name that
Bunghole
bunghole.
of Funchin. And Scraps and Tea.
Scraps and tea. Tea and scraps.
Scraps and Tea. With that, let's jump into round number 3.
Right, Kenny. Kenny first, you last. And in this round, official language. In this round, I'll give you a country, and you tell me what is their official language. Plain and simple. You can name that bunghole in notes. First one, Austria. Tell me the official language of Austria. So I've been reading, I've been listening to Gunther Steiner's book from F1. He's the Haas principal manager guy.
Yeah.
And me and Kim have for the longest time tried to figure out where he was from because he has like a German accent, but he claims to be from Italy. So I learned today he grew up on the Italian-Austrian border, and Austria primarily speaks German.
That was Taylor. One day I walked by and Taylor was talking on the phone, and I was like, well, she's speaking German, I know for sure. But there's like French in there, and there's this very tiny area that has this like dialect that is like French German. And I was like, hey, I don't mean to like eavesdrop or whatnot, but like I heard you speaking German, and I could hear half of what you were saying. And it was all like, honestly, I was like walking up the stairs in the Squires, and she was right there. And she was like, oh, no, my family is from Western Germany, like on the border of France, and these like 9 towns are the only ones that speak this language. I'm like, I'm glad I'm not crazy.
That's funny.
She's like, yeah, something like 100,000 people only speak this language. She's like, oh, okay then, moving on.
Nuts.
What about Brazil? What is their official language?
Harden, start. I agree.
Keegan, Hergen,
Taylor.
Fragan, her.
You said Taylor multiple times in that story. I'm just trying to figure out which Taylor you're talking about.
Light?
Light? Taylor Light?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Never would have thought that. Crazy. I do not know the meme. Doug probably knows the meme. I do not know the
It's Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the Stardenbergen Harden start that he wrote in chat.
Answer is Portuguese.
I assume it.
Because Portugal took over Brazil. But anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah. How about Ghana? And then the cat goes. He says then German always works. Napoleon Dynamite is another thing that I just don't know a lot about. I watched it one time in high school and it annoyed me. I'm not gonna lie.
I do not like Napoleon Dynamite. It's
not enjoy it.
It's got a couple of good lines, and that's it. Like nothing else about that movie is good.
Yeah. Weird. Correct answer for Ghana is English. They speak English out there. I'm assuming that's because it was probably a protectorate or one of those thingies of England at some point. It's one of those African countries that was taken over by England, probably part of the British Empire. Yep, there it is. Colonized.
Do you know the official language of Greece? Spartania.
Now you're speaking my language. Oh no, I glanced over and saw that and it made me think of one of the original Bond movies that I used to watch, that me and Kim watched the other day. Can't remember which one it was. But they jump in a taxi cab. That dude looks like the taxi driver. Oh man, I have a old race on that's not my group, but they do open wheel races on Wednesday night, and I just glanced over and I see 2 open wheel cars just yeeting through the air on iRacing. Old school Bond movies are fun. They're a little ridiculous, to be honest.
Oh, Ian, where are you going in Indiana?
Holy crap. This is going to be nuts. That is why they're fun. That's a fair point.
We're missing name that bunghole.
Name that bunghole.
Name that bunghole? That's not okay. Anyway, the answer is Greek. They speak Greek in Greece. Shocker.
Which would make sense, wouldn't it? I forgot to hit submit. I'm sorry. Can you tell me the official language of Israel?
Israel.
Israel? Israel? Born is the King of Israel. No, I'm sorry. Actually, we could probably sing that. Noel's got to be public domain, right? First Noel has to be public domain.
It is.
Yeah. We can't get copyrighted for that shit. Let's go. 9-9. Correct answer here is Hebrew. They speak Hebrew. Surprise.
Deep in the 100-acre woods where
That's not a Christmas song.
Christopher Robin played. It's also, whatever. Anyway, what about the Nederlander?
I do assume that we can just sing Christmas songs because they have to all be public domain.
As long as it's not
Well,
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. As long as it's not All I Want for Christmas, you should be good. But like the generic old ones should be. What you got for the Netherlands? Chug. What?
Deutsche.
They speak Deutsch.
Not Dutch. No, Deutsch is German. Dutch. They speak Dutch.
Yeah, we got distracted. I blame you. Bring me some figgy pudding. I'm good. How about Belize? So bring us some figgy pudding. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, there we go. I had to piece that one back together. I knew the line, and I was just trying to get back to "We Wish You a Merry Christmas."
So bring us some figgy pudding, yes, bring us some figgy pudding, yes, bring us some figgy pudding, and have a good night. Your pudding is shit, no one likes it. It sucks so bad, we all have the shits.
So when I hear that, when the "Bring us a figgy pudding" line, I think of What Would You Do with a Sailor's Daughter? The sea shanty. Because there's so many different lines that attach to it.
What would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor? Early in
the morning. Way hey, up she rises.
Way hey, up she rises. Way hey, up she rises. Early in the morning.
I think my favorite line of that one is stick him into something with a hose pipe on it. Isn't that it?
That's one of them.
It.
The other one is
something like that.
Put him in a lifeboat until he's sober. Put him in a lifeboat until he's sober. Put him in a lifeboat until he's sober. Early in the morning.
We wait on Pikachu Pachacababra. Prohibited. You know what? I'm done. Actually, I've realized I can do this up here now. We just have to scroll to the right one. There it is.
That move is
Prohibidado.
Prohibidado. And I say that
In Spanish.
because that's how exotic and not allowed it is.
Correct answer is English in Belize.
These are not the hammer. The hammer is my penis.
That's the longboat.
The longboat?
Put him in a longboat until he's sober.
I thought you were talking about one of the ones from my racing league, which is
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
who's gonna carry the boat?
Can I get the one I really like?
Yes, you can. Then you need to ask the question. Let's see here.
Jesus says send them.
Well, some that should be obvious, like the USA, Mexico, Japan, the UK, they actually have no official language, just a de facto one that people accept. However, there's one nation in South Africa that holds the Guinness World Record for most official languages, including English, Chua, Chibara, Kalanga. Kosa. Oh no, it's Kosa. Because that's what what's his name? Daily Show. Trevor Noah speaks.
Trevor Noah.
Nambia. Nda. Mbala. Shanghai. Shangnai. Shona. Sign language. Sotho. Tonga. Tswana. Venda and Kosa. What is that country?
If everything you ever wanted came
Yeah,
in a
Yeah,
rocket
Ali,
ship.
yes. I did already wave at Ali, which is why I'm not waving like we normally do. So you're looking for a country in Southern Africa that has the most languages. So Southern African country that is definitely not South Africa. I believe in you all. He took his headset off, so I can't continue to enjoy pressing my my soundboard buttons. Oh, I had to do the other one. But why you all guess this and get it wrong? You dishonor your family and
Emotional damage.
I don't know what's happening over there. There's a lot of gesturing. Sometimes I feel like we should do analysis of what's happening in Doug's discussions with Allie when she comes in. Just see what's going on, because she is not wanting her own lips to be read as she hides behind the door. Doug has some solid. Up, he's giggling though. I'd say everything's probably up. A middle finger, nice.
He says
I did
a
get to see
middle
that hand
finger,
gesture.
nice. No, no, she's putting together the answer packets for tomorrow for the VFW. I was telling her, we need eight pages of rounds per packet. We're only gonna ask 6 rounds, but if we are short, we will throw another round.
I see the other ones. Could
Because
she hear me talking through your headset? Is that why she flipped me the bird?
yeah,
Nice. Nailed it.
that's Zimbabwe.
Someone got it right, by the way. Legend of the Hem Bunghole got that right. Which is nuts.
All right. Next round is history
Next round.
history of firefighting. We are having a thing tomorrow with firefighters. So everything will be on fire. So let's look at our greatest protectors from the fiery scourge. In the U.S., the first fire department was founded in New Amsterdam in 1647, which founding father created the first volunteer fire department?
You should get some preparation, H. Doug, I'm going to play a sound for you, and I'm going to see if you can tell me what happened.
That move is prohibidado. Prohibidado.
Fountain of Troy.
Why did you ask my question?
Oh no! Oh damn it! 25. Is, yeah. You get the
So-
next. You get the next 2. Or
So, while I was waiting on you to get done with Allie, my friend, when we were running in Atlanta, was winning the race and pretty much had it won. And he kept grumbling because he kept losing time. And finally, the dude who was running second said this, and I made it a soundboard.
Oh, just shut up and drive, dude.
John, just shut up and drive, dude. That way I've shut up and drive. What you got?
What's the answer is Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin.
So, fun fact: all of the answers, all of those founding fathers were part of the first volunteer department. But Benny Frank himself was the first one to organize it.
That makes sense.
You're up.
The first fire department was actually created in the colonies in New Amsterdam in 1647. What was the major responsibility of this company? Ben Franklin was a notorious lots of things, but a womanizer definitely was one of them. Because I think, wasn't he the one that spent an insane amount of time in France as well? There were some ridiculous escapades of Ben Franklin in France.
he was, and he got called out by Alexander Hamilton when he came back, and he was like, "Hey, have you gotten France to join the war?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm sleeping with all these bitches, and fuck off."
I, sir, will not do any of that. Correct answer here is they were there to check or clean chimneys, because I'm assuming there were a lot of chimney fires.
Most fires at that time were by chimney fires.
Makes sense.
You take this one
Firefighter, A firefighter is probably easily identified with a hose, a fire truck, or even a Dalmatian. Though the first piece of iconic equipment, the hand pump hose, was created in what decade? So what decade did they make the hand pump hose? And not the one you're thinking of.
Think of like old wells where the people would like pump it and the water would come out. Someone created something like that created enough pressure to put out fires.
Nice. We scroll. We got 8 of 9 answers in. We await the Hollywood boneholes who ponder over their answer about how old firefighting equipment is.
Yeah, Ben Franklin was a
Of
lot of
course.
things.
That's fun. Ugh. Anyway, correct answer here is the 1800s. Level 1800s. Lots of people did have syphilis. That's a fair point.
Tired of
Anyway.
only volunteering. What Midwest city in a garbage state had the first fully paid fire department in 1853?
What city? Okay.
City in a garbage state.
I heard you say city. I read city, and then I looked at that, and I was like, none of those are city, or none of those are states. Like an idiot.
Sorry.
God, that TV show is so dumb. I'm pretty sure that's Chicago Fire.
It is.
We were talking about that this week. My parents watch all of those Chicago things. And Kim was like, how though? They just get so up. You got grandma. I was actually about to make a joke about how we hadn't been grandmaed all night.
And the grammar is
St. Louis. Should be St. Louis.
no. Oh, is it?
There's a U.
Oh, there's a U. You're right.
There's a U. There's a U in there, bro. Cheers. All right, what you got?
That's Cincinnati.
Oof, trash city. Not even the Bengals are good.
They're
They're good, but you know what I mean.
Their chili has spaghetti noodles in it. Fuck them.
Ugh. Facts. In the most recent audit of fire departments across this United of States, what percentage of firefighters are volunteer? So I missed one a couple questions ago. I would just like to point out, you said that we spelled fiery wrong. And I find it hilarious because I do have terrible grammar. It is funny when you're telling someone what they spelled wrong and you spell something wrong, because then it just becomes that internet meme of everybody making fun of everybody on the internet. But yeah, I'm sure Doug did spell something wrong. It's all on him and never me. The correct answer here is 67% of U.S. firefighters are volunteer. That's a 2/3. Good grief. And we got Grammart again. I didn't get off the question in time.
What's the grammar?
I don't know, but it's Mama Fafro. I'm holding. I don't see anything in there that looks misspelled, but I'm also not good at the grammars. Departments. Departments.
Yeah.
There should be another T. Good job, Mama Fafro.
That's fair.
Ah, all right. Your question.
So there are many different types of firefighters split into 7 different categories. I will say this with lots of vulgar room for extras, but when you're for pay reasons, I will say there are 7 different categories. Which of these is not a type of specialized firefighter?
Number 1, it's really neat that Ben and Kenny's dad was a volunteer fireman. Why do I always forget that Ben and Kenny are brother and sister?
Because Ben is an old soul and Kenny's cool as shit.
I'd say that's fair. I generally always think that Kenny's like Ben's older niece for some reason. I don't know why.
I always think that Ben is the old uncle for everyone else because
Right?
Yeah.
And again, I guess what we always forget about that is Ben is married to Mama Fafro.
And they're not that much older than us. Like,
I know they're not. Well, I mean, I was just saying that because Ben still seems really old and Mama Fafro doesn't. I'm sorry, Ben. You're not that much older than me. I just don't know why I picture you as like a 55-year-old Minnesotan.
he's like 76 or something like that.
At least like 75.
And Kenny is 18.
Honestly. Because I'm her awesome bigger brother.
That's
How-
that.
All right. Answer the question. We're going to read the answer. And I want to know the difference in y'all's ages. I don't know why I think that there's such a huge gap, but how big is the age gap between brother and sister?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kenny,
that's a fair point.
Kenny, Ben, what's the... Oh, I also want to know. Kenny and Ben, what's your age difference? And then Mama Fafro, what's your age difference from Ben? I actually know that.
Interesting.
And I don't think it's a huge gap. Because honestly, Mama Fafro looks like she's 28, and that's like, I'm not trying to blow smoke over her ass, but like, I honestly felt like
11 years. Okay.
Yeah,
See, that makes sense to me. That means that Ben was starting middle school when Kenny was born.
that's fair.
Pretty much. Or getting there. That tracks to me. What's the correct answer?
So residential is not a specialization in firefighting.
Ben just gave away Mama Fafro's age. That's against the rules, number one. Number two, Mama Fafro is 9 months older than Ben. I don't believe it. That's bullshit. That's
Honest,
bullshit.
yeah, that's no joke.
Fuck yeah, I do.
Like late 20s, early 30s at oldest. You keep
I
it
think
tight.
what you're saying
Mama Fafro, you keep it tight. That's all I'm saying.
is that Kenny and Mama Fafro look like they could be sisters, and Ben's their older uncle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The Dalmatian is probably the most well-known part of firehouses by kids. Not always present, of course. Why were these dogs originally chosen for firehouses? That's true, you are. Oh man, good times. We got to make fun of Ben. I enjoy it. Not actually making fun of Ben. Like, I don't think he actually looks old. He just looks like what I imagine the general middle-aged Minnesotan looks like.
Yeah.
Post-military, bearded with snow frozen in it. And a Carhartt jacket on. I don't know why. Then again, that's the majority of North Carolina, so I can't say much. When I allow this to grow out and it becomes playoff beard, according to Kim, I gain 10 years. Mainly because I look like I'm 16 when I shave it all off. Just dumb. Life's dumb. 9 answers are in.
What's the
Hold
answer?
on. They claim that Dalmatians were horses?
No.
No? Why were these dogs?
Read it again.
I'm reading it again.
Without the I.
These dogs. Nope. I'm reading it and I'm not following it.
So Dalmatians were essentially the therapy dogs for horses. They calmed the horses back in the day in the 1800s.
Oh, thank you.
When what's it called? When horses pulled giant like water casks or whatever to put out fires, the horses would get super startled by the fire, but Dalmatians calmed the horses. They're not they're not fast, they're not great guard dogs, they're not good herders by any stretch. They're actually super aggressive dogs. A lot actually, if you look at statistics, Dalmatians and golden retrievers are the highest attacking dogs. But yeah, Dalmatians apparently are therapy dogs for horses. So their entire job was to either sit in the cab or run along with the horses to keep them calm when they ran up to a fire.
I'm gonna grammar myself for that one and just take a drink because was not in my vocabulary for a while. I looked at it twice and heard you say "I," and I'm like, I didn't know "I" in here. I don't know what you're talking about. Damn it, Doug.
Claimed and calm only miss
Yeah, I
an
know.
I.
It wouldn't. No, I know. I know
Alright.
why you said what you said now, but
So for our last question, within 5,000 either way, from the most recent audit, approximately how many firehouses are there across the U.S.? Within
Man,
5,000 either way.
I need a new thing on the soundboard. Dang it. I had a random thought.
I am the hype!
Yes, thank you for that. Nope, that's not what I I played that at least 45 times while you were trying to read the countries.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru.
Yep, nope. I didn't actually know that song.
You don't know the countries of the world?
Well, I know the countries of the world because me and Kim memorized them for Sporkle. But that's it.
That song.
No, I don't know the song at all. We literally just memorized the countries of the world.
No. United States,
It took us,
Canada,
like,
Mexico, Panama, Haiti,
weeks.
Jamaica, Peru.
And he's done, ladies and gentlemen.
Greenland, El Salvador, too. Puerto Rico. Anyway, moving on.
How many people are in?
The thing that marks how old that is when they refer to Germany, they say Germany now in one piece. So it was like just after the fall of the Berlin Wall. Well, no one got it so far.
The Animaniacs.
We are the Animaniacs. That is cute and yakko yaks. Bill Clinton on the sax with baloney in our slacks. Animani, totally insane. We are missing Pikachu Cabra.
Yep, nope. Figured out what I wanted now.
All right, and the answer is 52,060 houses. So anywhere between 47,000 and 57,000 who would have accepted. No one got it right though. So with that,
Correct.
our scores going into 50-50 is first place. Ask my balls.
Whoa. Okay.
What?
Sorry.
Okay,
I apologize, go ahead.
51.14. Weakest bunghole 45.639. Name that bunghole 42.109. Legends of the Hidden Bunghole 38.053. Bunghole of Fortune 37.077. Hollywood Bungholes 35.638. Pikachu Cobra 26.805. Pressure Bunghole 23.665. And Scraps and T 11.903. 1 second. I want to make sure the last one isn't what I think it is. Hold on.
So,
Oh,
I
yeah,
opened
we're good. All right, yeah.
Yeah. You good? I opened my Streamlabs to do something. Wait a minute. Did I also close? I also closed the questions. Number one, I can't ask a question currently. Not that it would matter. We are in the 50-50 round. You all know what's going on. But I was gonna say that we had made it to my questions of the night, so I went and found epic intro music for it and recorded a short section to put on the soundboard. But to do that, I opened my own Streamlabs. So it popped up and I could see us, and then I could see like my window open. I was like, oh dear God, I'm sorry. I'm covering the trivia screen with my window. And I remembered you're the one doing the hosty thing. So, yes, the duck knows. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the famous 50-50 round is here. You have a time limit. I assume it's about 2 minutes and 5 seconds. They lost last week, didn't they? They did. Because you weren't supposed to drink your shot thing and I wasn't supposed to have a drink. So
That was at 2 minutes and 10, so we're gonna do 2 minutes and 20 this time.
there you go. You guys have 2 minutes and 20 seconds. You all know. You have one or the other answer. Just pick one quickly. Try to get it correct if you can. If you do it in the time limit, we will take a punishment. Doug has a mic hard. I have the red, white, and blue itself. And we'll do that. If you're not interested in making us be punished, just answer the 50-50 question. I mean, that's cool too. And everyone that you get over 50% correct, we will give you a second back at the end. So, with that being said, I'll read this question to you. Probably not in its full entirety, but a good part of it twice on the second read around. I will say, here we go. Doug will hit the timer and we'll rock and roll. So, they tried to take it away, but we will have the world famous 50-50 round. Ask Doug, he knows. Simple this week. Did this famous person appear in an episode of The Simpsons or Family Guy? First one is Waylon Jennings. I'll repeat that again. Simple this week. Did this famous person appear in an episode of The Simpsons or Family Guy? First one is Waylon Jennings.
And we're started.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Conway Twitty. Every time I say Waylon Jennings, that's all I can think of is Conway Twitty. I got 6 and 9. I got 7 and 9. We're holding out for Bunghole of Fortune and Pikachu Chupacabra. I finally did a thing. Is it seriously Waylon Jennings' birthday today? Nailed it. I'm so good at things. Pikachu Chupacabra.
All right.
Is
Moving
it
on,
in?
that's
Send
Family Guy. Next, the Capital One Queen, Jennifer Garner.
I liked calling her that. I see 5 of 9. What you got? 6 of 9.
7.
7? Okay, so you tell me because mine's broke.
9.
I'm done. That is The Simpsons. The next one is it's the Wizard Lady, J.K. Rowling. I was trying to think of some other way to say that. That's just how it came out. I got 5 of 9, 8 of 9, and we wait on
Minute 14.
I just like saying that one. Done. Send it.
Is Simpsons. Minute 5 left. Our new trivia host, Overlord Ken Jennings.
Well, not this trivia, but Jeopardy, but y'all get it. I love how you just chose to use all Simpsons gifs. Simpsons did it.
We have 47 seconds left.
9 of 9. The Simpsons were that. The next one is in perfect pitch. Miss Anna Kendrick. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. 8, 8, 8, 8,
30
8.
seconds left.
9,
we're good.
no.
That's Family Guy. Yes, EJ 900 on the half pipe. It's Tony Hawk.
That's what I always remember Tony Hawk for, was the first dude to do a 900. I got 7. I got 8. I got 9 of 9. That's The Simpsons. Next question is, I remember people taking his money in the 90s. It's Ben Stein. Take Ben Stein's money. That show was on from like 97 to 2005.
Yep. That was a good...
I had to look it up just to make sure.
I felt like that was a...
Done. Go.
Family Guy. Star Wars legend and forever our princess, Carrie Fisher. We have 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1,
8.
2, 3.
2. I got them done at 2.
Okay.
According to your count. Unless you want to go 3.
No, 2 is fine. Yeah, you got me.
All right, that was Family Guy. Go ahead and tell me about Ben Stein while I go back and check.
Ben Stein's Money was actually a really good show. Like, having to go, like, it was a legitimately, like, put your money where your mouth is. Because the host had to go up, as the final, had to go up against the winner. And, like, if you could beat the winner, like, or, correction, if you could beat the host and be smarter than the host, you would win the money. Which I feel like was a very, like, fair trivia kind of setup. Because how many times what's his face from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was sitting there like, oh ho ho, how did you not know that the square root of the polyhedral
Yes.
whatever was 13. It's like bullshit. You didn't know either.
So what I'm hearing is that Win Ben Stein's Money was basically Beat Bobby Flay before Beat Bobby Flay.
Yeah.
You
Actually,
have to outcook Bobby Flay. What's up?
no, it was Zen. Like, that's 100% correct.
5.
It-
They did 5 of the 8 questions. They earned back 5 seconds. How about that? Way to go, guys. I went with a run of Simpsons thinking that some people would go with just picking one or the other, thinking it might throw you off for a loop. You all win, and we get the challenge. Doug, are you prepared? As Doug prepares and we get ready and we've learned that it's Ice Cube's birthday, you know what it is? Me and Doug drive around too much now. It's racing time. It didn't make it into the current events, so this isn't going to make any sense, but we'll continue on. Let's talk more about everyone's favorite sport, because driving a fast car is a sport. With all the discussion of Le Mans, can you tell me which of these accolades drivers Jimmy Johnson, Jenson Button, Mike Rockefeller from the American team, which was Garage 56, do not possess? So which of these accolades do the 3 drivers that drove for the American Le Mans team not possess?
Also, can we talk about a 2-hour gearbox changeout for the NASCAR car, and they still kicked ass? Like,
They finished 5th in the pit stop challenge.
yeah,
Of like 100 teams.
They were 31st, or they were second to last overall, but that is with a 2-hour pit stop.
Wreck.
Like,
Yeah, they had to come in and get something fixed. They were leading the GT class when they wrecked.
It was a gearbox. It was they had to change out the gearbox, which took 2 hours on 24-hour Le Mans, and still didn't finish last. They finished second to last overall. And everyone's like, "Oh, Ferrari beat them." Like,
No, Ferrari won the hypercar race.
yeah, okay. So we're talking about a team that has entered for the very first time ever,
And the most storied team in Le Mans history.
which
Ever.
Okay, and then add into that. We have all of our
Add
answer
in.
packets for tomorrow.
Yay!
Let's
Add into that.
But add into that. Now you have the attention of every redneck American ever. You don't think we're gonna have 9 more NASCAR cars next year?
Oh,
Bullshit.
what everybody is saying in NASCAR now is that to not show favoritism, NASCAR is going to have to send a Ford
a
and a Toyota.
Well, it's gonna be a Ford.
Because that's a Chevy. That's a Camaro already there.
Right,
they
right.
have to send a Ford and they have to send a Toyota. But then you can't show team favoritism either. So you're going to have to send like a representative from each NASCAR team, which is
Yep.
like 3 or 4 per
Yep.
team. So you end up with like NASCAR's going to have its own like GT like barn.
People in Florida are already calling up the Le Mans track like, how can I get an RV spot next year?
I'm going to need to go ahead and rent one of them there spots. And come watch the Le Mans, watch the Camaro kick y'all's European ass, and let's go. Woo!
And now
anyway.
and now we're gonna have full teams of 3 cars apiece, of 3 Fords,
It's going to be so good.
3 Chevys,
3 Chevys.
three
Toyotas.
3 Toyotas, and Ferrari can suck my ass. Cause and I will not talk shit though about.
No, Ferrari was great. That's the first time Ferrari's won it in many years, and good for them in the hypercar class. But we by and far overshadowed every part of Le Mans this year. People were concerned with what America was doing.
I will not shit on any team or any make or any, like, they go out there and they have a great race. They have a good time. I will root for individual drivers because, I mean, honestly, it's like playing football and you like root for a specific quarterback. Like, yes, you want the team to win, but you're gonna root for, whatever. At the end of the day, though, it's gonna be a great race, And if you're gonna add more NASCAR cars, it's gonna be an even better race because
It's gonna be
now.
better, and you're gonna
So
that's gonna be good.
it was an awesome race. I watched the first probably 2 hours, and then I watched the last 3. And that was a fantastic race, just all over, regardless of the category. It was a great race all across.
I watched a bunch of it and watched the highlights at the end. I loved it.
Oh, well, are
so-
you ready for?
We're gonna go ahead and go to the next question since we had way too much fun with Le Mans. But so those were the 3 drivers for the Garage 56 American team. Jimmy Johnson is a 7-time NASCAR winner, 4-time winner of the Coca-Cola 600, participated in IndyCar, but never won a race. Jenson Button is a multiple-time F1 winner of many Grand Prix, including the Monaco Grand Prix and like the 2009 F1 champion. I think he also did some Indy racing, may have even won an Indy race, but he's missing one. And Mike Rockenfeller is a, if I recall correctly, he is a big, or a young guy who won the 24-hour of Le Mans a few years ago. So he has won a 24-hour Le Mans. And they had a joke on their website. It was like Coke 600 winner, Grand Prix winner, and then has placed in a Legends car. Like they picked some random, like super small type of racing, and they threw Rockefeller out there. And he's like, I've won a 24-hour at Le Mans. But anyway, none of them have ever won an Indy 500, even though they've won so much auto racing crap. It was crazy. All right. Ask the question, Doug. We need to be punished.
The World of Outlaws is one biggest dirt racing series in America. Why were they given the name Outlaw back in the 70s?
And to you, sir. Cheers.
Woo!
Yep.
Ugh.
So much fizz. Why is there always so much fizz? There we go.
I'm gonna take
The burp
take,
always makes it better.
take this over.
I got you. I got you. Go for it. Amazingly, even though Doug read it grammatically correct, the World of Outlaws is a massive dirt racing series. It participates in almost every state in the United States. The Outlaw series is just huge among the dirt racing series. I don't run in this on iRacing, but I know a lot of people that run in the iRacing version of it, and then I know a lot of people. Bunghole Fortune, we wait you. I've heard of a lot of people that run in the actual series, and it's like insane amounts of money that you can win by going to your local dirt track and running dirt cars. People just show up. It's ungodly. Yes, Mama Fafro, you caught my grammar. I forgot to write the word of. I even let the question go long. Everybody's in. The correct answer here was they added a giant rear wing. So if you've ever seen the cars that run around on the dirt tracks, yeah, of is the word. Oh, of the. That's true. I missed 2 words there. It basically generates downforce. So back in the day when the cars were first made for racing around, I think it was even, they called them Indy cars at the time, or midgets. They would drive around, and teams thought it was unfair to put a wing on the back because it created downforce and you got more grip. So it was literally outlawed at most tracks to have a wing on your car. So the people that ran these cars were called outlaws. Winners of the Indy 500 famously chug what wonderfully chilled drink? Mama Fafro, to your grandma. Stay thirsty, my friends. I asked Kim this, and she said, I asked Kim most of my racing questions, to which she said, this isn't fun. I'm not having a good time because I know none of this, and she quit. Because I was trying to, like, trial them. Yeah, so rear wing was the correct answer on the last one. And you owe Mama Fafro a drink because I didn't write of or the. It wasn't just the word of.
Cheers.
Correct answer here is milk. If you didn't know, the Indy 500 winner drinks a pint of milk. However, in 1936, Homebrew chugged a whole ass bottle of buttermilk.
Oof.
Not a pint. I'm pretty sure it was a quart jug. They just brought it out, and I guess he was so tired and hot, it was all he had, and he chugged buttermilk. I don't know if you ever had buttermilk, ladies and gentlemen, but it is a whole different beast in the milk family. Good Lord. I like milk. Milk's good. I used to drink it when I was a kid with every meal. I can drink milk now. Milk's fine. But confounded buttermilk will put me in a redneck fury of talking that y'all won't even understand what I'm saying. But anyway. So I guess I can't win. You can win the Indy 500. I don't know that you have to drink the milk. They just give it to you. But Straight Jacket, I have faith that your Indy career could start up right now. Go start on iRacing, get to the Pro Series, develop from there. They'll put you in a USF 2000 car. It'll be great. Straight to the Indy 500. I have nothing but faith.
Well, some teams have been looking like juggernauts lately. What F1 team holds the most Constructors Championships? So there's 2 championships that you win. There's the Driver Championship or Constructor Championship.
Yep.
So it's either your driver has won enough points to win the F1 league, or your team, whether it be Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, McLaren, whatever, between your 2 drivers, they have won enough points to become the best constructor cup.
Everyone, to Twitch chat, drop the band hammer because the almighty moderator is here.
Woo!
Let's go. I really need to make a thing for that when Ryan shows up. But
oh wait,
as Doug was saying,
I got one. Hold on.
You got one? You got something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not the hammer. The hammer is my penis.
That's correct. Doug got it. Kai, I'm so glad I made that one. That one makes me so happy. I'm sorry, but I have to play the other Macho Man now. There are 2 Macho Mans. There's
But the
Cream rises to the top.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. My favorite part of that bit is he pulls out a creamer. He pulls out a coffee creamer and holds it up to Mean Gene and shows him the cream that has risen to the top. And then the other one that's from my other Discord, where's it at? They moved it because they've added there.
Oh, wow, Mr. Sarcasm. I don't care.
I don't care. What you got?
Woo!
Yeah, Mean Gene was.
That'd be Ferrari. Ferrari has 16, McLaren, Mercedes 8, Red Bull has 5, Williams is left out. They have 9.
Of the answers. Williams actually has 9. So the whole joke about this is juggernauts. If you haven't been watching F1 recently, me and Kim watched Drive to Survive, so she's been obsessed with F1 this season. Red Bull has won every race this year. It has either been Verstappen or Perez. Verstappen or Perez has won every race this season. And Red Bull has blown it away. And also Mercedes won like 6 or 7 in a row with Lewis Hamilton. What American manufacturer was the first one to win a British Touring Car Drivers' Championship? I want to know if I wrote that wrong or if that was your fault.
I downloaded a file. That's all I did.
That's a lot of S's. That's all I'm saying. Although if you sound it out, it sounds fine to me. We're definitely going to drive another race after this, right?
I say that in Spanish because that's how exotic.
That's how exotic and not allowed it is.
Yeah, we're
To the counts, Doug.
We are 100%.
You know what you did.
Doing another race tonight.
I do know what we did. Although I'm going to check and make sure it was me. I'm going to blame Doug, even though he literally just copy-pasted.
Right. That would be who?
That would be Ford. Ford, this is the cool part of this one. So under the Ford banner in the UK has a huge Ford following. Ford produces over there, but Ford is American. The Ford Zephyr 6 won the second championship ever in 1959 in the British Touring Car Drivers' Championship. I think Chevy is the only other American manufacturer to win a I think they call it the BTCC. And it was a Chevy Cruze, oddly enough. And the Ford Mondeos won a few of them because British people love the stinking Ford Mondeo, which is it's not a Taurus. It's one of those weird Fords that I can't remember. But anyway, I digress. Go ahead.
A popular racing league in North America is Formula D. Tell me, Drink and Think fans, what does the D stand for?
I had so much fun with that question when I wrote it.
Get your head out of the gutter.
Yeah, you nerds. You know what you did.
I need an adult.
I also need an adult. Hold on. You know what you need an adult for?
They're rubbing and tugging.
That one never gets old to me. D's nuts.
The answer is drift.
It is drift, which I thought was cool. Actually, I didn't realize that. Top fuel dragsters literally are the American dream. You come up to the line, you slam the throttle, you bullet down a runway in a straight line. These 11,000 horsepower beasts do not use gasoline. What do they run on? This was the question I was talking about. Also, look at that whole paragraph that I wrote without a grammatical error, I don't think.
Can we talk about that? Never mind. I was gonna give away something. I was gonna give away something.
You're gonna give away something?
Yeah.
So, notes. I literally made two of these up. Two faux these. I misspelled something in the notes. That's funny. So, we have 8 of 9 answers in. I'm glad I got to talk about this one. So we were talking about it earlier in trivia. They use ethanol, and they combine ethanol with nitromethane. Nitromethane is a real compound. Jet fuel uses a lot of silicates and has carbonites or something else in it. I looked it up. There's a lot of chemical formulas we're not even going to begin to delve into. I then decided that it would be more fun to make up 2 other fuels, which are propellitanium, which is propelling titanium. It's not real. And nuka nitrogen, because I thought nuclear nitrogen sounded fun.
Sounds like Nuka-Cola.
It does, doesn't it? But anyway, nitromethane confused with ethanol is how dragsters run. The fun fact about dragsters I learned last night, they rebuild the engine every time they run them. So when a drag car makes a run, they literally take that engine back. What did I grammar incorrectly in this? Did I grammar something wrong in here? Did I miss something in my reading? Doug, did you see a grammar that Ben saw that I didn't?
I didn't see a...
Oh, wow. Nertomethanes.
Ooh, it's not nitro. Oh.
Cheers. It is nitromethanes. Anyway, they literally have to disassemble the entire engine, check and make sure everything hasn't been destroyed, reassemble it to go run again. That's why they have multiple engines for drag races.
I didn't take away your edits. I told you how to edit it.
Also, that was an answer. All right, jets need air intake to make them function.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Their fuel wouldn't be suitable for it. Well, you say that, Straight Jacket. Go ahead.
It wouldn't be trivia without a curveball. Although it is currently a controversial sport, name one of the horses since 1970 to win the Triple Crown.
We've only been grammared like 3 times, and one of them was one of my answers, so. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Kim is not very happy with horse racing. I don't know if you know about the controversy.
Okay, hold on. Ryan, you said there were 41 questions in there. I said hit refresh to get 48. It's not my fault that you did the edits before you hit refresh.
All right. Anyway, I don't know if you know about the controversy with horse racing. Currently, like 12 horses have died this season, and where they do the Kentucky Derby or one of them has shut down. It's a whole big deal. But anyway, I I always thought they put jet fuel in NASCAR cars. Yeah, horses are literally dying left and right. Ryan's going to give you the band hammer if you don't quit pissing him off. People could not spell that horse's name, but they're correct. I like name that bunghole's answer, even if it isn't correct.
That sounds like a you problem, Ryan.
Biggest-
Not me.
Biggest dickus. Dickus?
Biggest
Dickus.
Biggest dickus.
Biggest dickus. Whoa. Hold on. Whoa, I screwed up. Nope, not that one. I got a little carried away with my correct answers. Logan Lucky was actually a really good movie, but not correct.
It was.
What you got, Bubby?
Incontinentia.
I love that. I tried to count Seabiscuit as correct, even though it's not, so I had to backtrack. But anyway.
Yeah. And that would be Secretariat, Seattle Slew, Affirmed, American Pharaoh, or Justify.
So I left. I did 70s because Secretariat is by far, I would think, the most popular. Secretariat was 73, I think. Seattle Slew was like 76. They were very close. Affirmed was in the 70s or 80s. And then in recent times, American Pharaoh won it in like 2016 and Justify won it in like 2019. But American Pharaoh is the one I remember because it was like around college time. And I also thought it'd be funny to mess with you on put horse racing in this because I
That's fair.
can.
And with that, our winner for tonight.
Refresh your thing because I just did confirm an answer that might have not been confirmed. Make sure.
That's
make
fine.
sure.
And the winner
Okay.
is Ask My Balls, 88.769. Name that bunghole,
Let's
74.756. Weakest bunghole, 74.383. Hollywood bungholes, 71.367. Legend of the Hidden Bunghole, 65.758. Bunghole of Fortune, 65.193. Press Your Bunghole, 53.084. Scraps and Tea, 51.825. And Pika Chupacabra, 36.226.
What the heck happened to Ben?
I don't know.
He was up at the top of the points at one point and he just cliffed it. Mama Fafro, I'll give you this, Mama Fafro. You are the definition of consistent. I don't think you've wavered from like 3rd to 4th place all night long. Consistency, man. She'd be up for the points championship if we had one of those.
Yep. With that,
Ask my balls. You know what to do. Discord, come get me. Win your prize.
we're going to call it there for the evening. A reminder again, we will not be back next week because we'll be doing other shit. We will be back the week after. June 29th is our theme night. 90s.
night, baby.
90s. Luke's and
I'm in Doug's
I.
heyday.
Yeah, pretty much. We hope you enjoyed Final Fantasy VII, Star Fox, Mario 64, all the awesome games of that time. Oh, sorry. No, we're not just doing video games. Anyway, for those of you who haven't heard lately, we appreciate you. We love you. If no one has told you recently, we're proud of you. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. We love you. You're amazing. Keep doing what you're doing.
Doug said it all, guys, but we do love you. We appreciate that you bring your time here with us every Thursday night. We enjoy being with you. We enjoy that Straight Jacket's still trying to correct Doug's breakdown of assault versus battery. But you know what? You'll have a wonderful week off. Enjoy yourselves. Study up. Be prepared for the 90s week because we're coming at you hard. Love you. Mean it.